that the
acted,
Cooper Anderson?
the Facebook,
Anderson
continuing on
Cooper.
Facebook. And he continued to act as if he was so shocked and so surprised and he had absolutely no knowledge of any of this. I find that hard to believe.
Well, maybe I heard a different interview, but he was interviewed by Anderson Cooper last night. It aired last night, I believe, and he didn't say that. He acknowledged that in late 2015 they became aware of this problem and supposedly took steps to counter it, but now he's saying we obviously didn't do enough. So, and the criticism is that he became aware of the problem in late 2015, but didn't let any of the Facebook users know. That's the criticism he's now facing. I actually think Facebook is in trouble. They're one of the biggest companies in the world. I don't know if they're going to cease to exist, but I think this is a real hit to their reputation and to their image, especially among young people. My son is 25. He had already told me even before this that people his age were migrating from Facebook to Instagram, for instance. I think this is a really big hit for Facebook, and I think Zuckerberg's going to have to do more than he's said he's going to do so far.
Wes, I would think that there'd be technology out there. If there's technology that can mine all this data, there should be technology to protect us from using the data. Am I totally off base?
Well, I think it's an interesting question. Facebook has kind of admitted to doing all sorts of different things, like they did an experiment to see if they could affect people's mood. And I think really the only way to protect yourself from this kind of thing is to not make yourself available on these platforms, or if you are on these platforms, take steps to make sure you're really not oversharing the amount of things you use. It's also worth noting that the data that Cambridge Analytica got through Facebook could have been purchased legally and is purchased legally every day by tons of market research firms that know everything about your purchasing habits and all that type of detail. So it's really not something you can get away from if you don't want people knowing about you, because there's all sorts of information out there.
Well, that's true, but would that mean that you're saying that Facebook doesn't have unusually deep information about us because of how we share?
No, they certainly do, and that would be, I think the only way around that would be to look at what you're posting online and how you're interacting with people, because I don't see personally a way around once you put something on the internet. I think it's out there for everyone to see and for people to collect and mine, and I don't see any way around that.